Suspiria is a 1977 classic horror film from the legendary Italian director Dario Argento, and is mainly starring Jessica Harper. And I had never actually seen this movie, but I saw the trailer for the new remake, reimagining, or whatever they're doing that's coming out. Hopefully, I think it's later this year. And it's a really good trailer, and I was like, I should see the first one probably before I see that. So I decided to check it out, and I really loved it. So Suspiria is about an American ballet dancer that comes to a prestigious dance academy in Germany, and like immediately when she gets there, like shit starts going down, and because the whole place is run by witches, and I will include some spoilers because that's why I really want to talk about the movie. But I mean, it's because I don't think I should worry too much because it's from 30 years ago, 40 years ago. But so it's really an interesting idea where it's like this dance studio is home to a witches coven, and I love that there's so many like this film. There's not that much to it. Like I mean, it's not that long, and there's a lot left up to the imagination. Like you don't like it doesn't give you all the answers. I mean, they still have, like, a little bit of an exposition dump, like, 2/3 of the way in, about the whole idea of the witches and, like, the three mothers or whatever, and, the famous witches and places of power, and they do a little bit, but it's, like, enough that you can kind of just enjoy it for what it is, because they don't know what exactly they're after, why this American newcomer is so important to them. Like you don't know if it's just because they think that she knows too much, she witnessed something she shouldn't have, or are they just trying to drain all the youth from the young dancers that she's just the newest one there, or is she some target because she's like a white witch? Because there's some hints that movie, something like that, and even the one witch says that she knew her aunt. Like so, I mean, there's a lot of different things that you could say about this, and I kind of like how they've done to answer everything. And I think it also will provide a lot of room for the new movie coming out this year where it can go into different things. Because I think the movie's like almost an hour longer than the original, the new one coming out. So they can expand on a lot of it. But right off the bat, when we start the film, the music is just so bombastic and kind of in your face, but also beautiful and eerie and haunting, and it's like from a composer or musician Goblin, and like it's so different, and like it goes throughout the whole movie. They have this theme, and they also like intersperse with whenever something creepy is going on, it goes witch, and like throughout there's different different like almost like these words you can't quite hear like throughout it, and everything's going on. Like you don't know if it's didactic sound, like if the characters are hearing the stuff or if it's all just for the viewer. But it really brings you into it and really enthralls you, like gets you right into the mood for the movie. And I just like immediately when I started, I was just right into the movie and really enthralled. And like right from the beginning, they have a crazy kill scene, which with a dancer that like she sees leaving the academy when she tries to arrive that night in the pouring rain, and you see a brutal murder of her and their friend, and I mean it, like some of the stuff is unrealistic, like toward the end of the scene, but other stuff like the stabbings, it looks like real. And another time they do a lot of things, it looks like almost they're cutting real meat. Like I don't know if they like took like a dead pig or what, just some facsimile of it. But I mean, it's incredibly well done and beautiful while being horrific. And it's so interesting to see what they did, without any CG blood. What they could do back then, and also the colors throughout the whole movie are so different, almost like a painting. It really is a gorgeous film. And some things that I didn't like about the movie is that I could have used a little bit more story, and I didn't need more exposition dumps, but I wouldn't have minded some more explanation of who the characters are. Like, you don't really get too much about Jessica Harper's character. Like, you don't really get to know who she is, other than you assume that she's a dancer, and she's American, and she's coming over to Berlin. Like, I would have liked to know a little bit more about her, and I wouldn't mind knowing something more about the other dancers. At a certain point, they have, like, the whole bitchy sort of dancer thing, and I was kind of liking that, but it seems like at a certain point they kind of forget about it, because you start getting to the more, like, witch stuff, the supernatural sort of things. And they don't dance too much. There's like one kind of dancing scene, and that's funny. There's a movie set in a dance academy with just not that much dancing. But like, I think that, that they once they introduce that as really just the setting for the story. And it was really a lot of great stuff. I never really found the movie that scary, but it was really suspenseful and like thrilling and kind of chilling, like, and how all the like their weird characters that are in this dance academy that are part of the coven or whatever. Like, you get a lot of really creepy stuff going on, and when you do have like the murder scenes, like each one is brutal, and then you have like the climax is thrilling. And it's just, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I think that if you're a fan of horror and you've never seen like some of the classics like Suspiria, you should definitely check him out, because I absolutely loved it. And I'll have to check out some other more of Dario Argento stuff. I'm not sure what to look at next. And maybe, I know there's like kind of like a sequel to this, and then there's also a third movie. And I know the third movie came out in the 2000s and was supposed to be horrible, but I think the second one's supposed to be decent too. Like, it's in the same sort of theme. It's not like, I don't know if it's like a direct sequel, but I'll have to check out more of his film, because I really loved this movie. I probably give it like a 9 out of 10. And thanks for watching. You should guys leave a playlist on my head and subscribe to me on that Z over there. Thanks.